Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Thursday, the 25th day of December. Here we go. Well, I hope you had a very meaningful Hanukkah, and unfortunately, Hanukkah for this year has passed. But there is one last halacha that we all need to follow as we clean up from the use of our menorah over this wonderful holiday. And I hope you had a very wonderful and meaningful Hanukkah. The wicks and the oil that were left inside of the cups inside of your menorahs were kind of sanctified for mitzvah because they were placed there to burn. And sometimes the wicks, of course, don't burn down all the way to the bottom, and sometimes the oil doesn't get used up all the way to the end. But they were designated for mitzvah, and therefore they are still holy. So for them to just end up in the trash, or I don't know, in some shameful use is not proper because they are mitzvah items. And therefore it is most appropriate that we make certain that those wicks and oils that were left in the cups, or if you were using candles, the leftover pieces of the candles, go to no other use and do not end up being in the trash or in some shameful use. Therefore, the best thing to do with them is one of these two things. Either put them away very carefully so that you know that they'll be saved until Erev Pesach, when we have a burning mitzvah, and then you'll throw it into the fire that helps burn the chametz, and thereby your Hanukkah stuff, your wicks and your oil that's left over, will end up doing a mitzvah on that day. And we like to have mitzvah items end by, their last use is one more mitzvah item. The only thing that's a little difficult about that is it could often happen that you misplace it and say, oh, it's Erev Pesach. Where did I put those wicks again? And if you don't remember, then you've got yourself a problem. So the second thing that is a possibility is to just burn it. Like tonight, after Hanukkah's over, just make a little clump on some silver foil, somewhere where it's safe, and light the leftover wicks and oil until they're burned away, and then you'll know that they're not going to any other bad uses. That's what you should do with your leftover wicks and oil and candle stumps from Hanukkah. Now, if you have a bottle of Hanukkah oil that half the bottle left, you don't have to do that with the whole bottle. That you can just put away in your Hanukkah box so that it's available for next year for Hanukkah use, and that's fine. It was in the bottle, it wasn't designated, it wasn't in the menorah yet, and you bought it to be a bottle of Hanukkah oil, so fine. So just put it away and it'll be your Hanukkah oil for next year. That we would consider fine. Same thing with a half box of candles that wasn't used yet, or anything, or the wicks, just put them away. They didn't get into the mitzvah cycle yet, so you bought them, put them away, and use them next Hanukkah. That's a general rule for all of your leftover Hanukkah stuff. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.